Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to discuss the CodeCamp Events module that's made for DNN or .NET Nuke. The current version is 1.0.1, and you'll be able to find it on GitHub. And the main page that you'll find for this is hismightiness.github.io/DNN extensions. Here you'll see a large number of my extensions that are available for you to view, download, and participate with on GitHub. And each of these has a link for you to get directly to the documentation, to download the installation package to take it immediately to your website, or to, if you want to just build upon it yourself or take a look at the source code, you can download that as well. If you click on the home icon, that'll take you to the documentation, and you can see the documentation here with areas documented throughout the entire module, and you can see the list of features that are available, including templates, editing the events, settings, registration, tracks, speakers, volunteers, and so on. In addition to that, if you'd like to help participate with this project and submit your own pull requests and code updates, or even just issues, you can come to github.com/hismightiness/DNN extensions, and you can create any type of issues that you might have or anything like that. Now, I've already installed the CodeCamp module on this website, and then I've created a page called Event, and so we're going to use it now. So the installation process is exactly like any other module, and then once we're ready to use it, we simply drag it onto our page, again like any other module. When you first get here, you're going to see that it prompts you to create an event, and so we're going to do that now. Now, I've typed in a few things, so there's very little information that you need to add: a name, a description, how many people can attend the event. That could help with preventing you from overflow. And then whenever the event's going to take place. So we're going to need to add a start date as well as a beginning or end date rather. There are other options such as whether or not you want to show the shirt size or author badge to your attendees or your speakers. And so we can go ahead and show those, and whether or not you want the registration to be active right now. So you can turn that off at any time and then save your changes. So once you save your changes, you can just go back, and now instead of the message, we have a whole event management system that's ready for you. If we needed to update the event, we simply go back to it. And if we want to register as an attendee, we can do that. But up until that point, I can still view the site and interact with it in many ways. But I won't be able to submit any sessions as a speaker or even sign myself up as a volunteer until I first register for the event. If we switch over to what the other people might see that aren't logged in, so I'm not currently logged in as a host user, they don't see the ability to edit anything. And so even if we were to go to the edit view and copy that URL, there's security built into everything to make sure that people don't access things they're not supposed to, even directly through the API. Now, as you can see, we have areas for speakers. We currently don't have any available yet. There's also an agenda, and so for the days that you see for the event, there will be time slots shown as well as the events themselves. There's tracks, so we can specify the various themes that we might have for the event. Sessions, so we can see just a list of the sessions. And then we can see the list of the volunteers and also assign tasks to volunteers as well. Now, if I'm a new user, I might want to register. So I'm going to register as a brand new person. So as you can see, for a person to register to attend the event, there's very little information required. We just need to give their name, email address, and so on. One of the things that we do is that when we save this registration, we'll actually create a user account in DNN, so there will be a user account as well. So this will log them in when I click register. So you see this page will refresh real quick, and now not only are we registered, and we can tell that because update registration is now there instead of registered, but we're also logged in as a DNN user. At this point, as a DNN user, if I want to register to speak, I can do that. So instead of just having this empty message here, we now have the ability to submit a session, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Now I've entered some profile information, and even though we've already entered the name and an email before, the reason we're asking for it again is this gives us an opportunity to allow the speaker to brand themselves specifically towards the attendees of the event. Just below, we can see that we have an ability to add one or many sessions. So if I wanted to add a lot of sessions, I can just click Add Session, and for every session that I want to fill out and submit for consideration, they'll be showing below. And I can remove them as well. I can choose the experience level, such as beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Now that I've filled out the bare minimum information, I can now submit myself as a speaker, and we can see that my profile is now here. I can see there's one session. I can click to go to my website. I can click to be emailed, and so I have a nice speaker profile. If I want to, I can go and click on the speaker, and I can see a landing page for the different sessions that I might have submitted as a speaker. Now, if I also wanted to volunteer as this particular user, I can click the Volunteers tab, and so this allows the people who run the event to solicit volunteers for the event and also manage the things that they might need to do. When I click to volunteer, all I have to do is let people know what it is I'd like to do. Once I fill out whatever it is whatever restrictions I have or whatever interests I might have or resources or skills, I can just click the I'm ready to help button, and now I've been submitted, and the people who run the website will know that I'm a potential volunteer. Now we're looking at the event again as somebody who has the ability to either edit the module or is an admin of the website. If we click on speakers, we can see all the speakers that have submitted so far. The agenda has not been filled out yet, so we'll come back to that. There's tracks that we can manage, so we'll add a track now. Now I've added a number of tracks here, and I can continue to add them. I can even edit them. So I click to edit, I can fix any typos that I might have. If I click on the title for one of these, I can see which sessions that might be in the tracks, and I can manage the rooms as well. When I manage rooms, this allows me to assign a track to a room, so that way all the themed sessions are all in the same spot, and it might give some additional information to the people that are trying to find the rooms as well. So we'll add some now. At this point, I've created a couple of rooms, and I can now choose to assign them to a track, or I can edit it. It's completely up to me. So I'm going to go ahead and assign these. So I'm going to assign the spa development one to 21-0, and I'm going to now select another session for the other room. Now I've been going in a natural progression, and this is probably the progression that you would take if you're running an event as well. So the next step that I might want to do as people are continuing to register and submit sessions and so on is I might want to assign sessions to a track. In order to assign sessions to a track, I simply need to click on a track name. Now if I choose to assign sessions, I can find all the available sessions and choose to select them and put them into that particular track. And then if I made a mistake, or if I want to move them around, I can simply unassign them as well. Once they're assigned, at this point I'll see them in this list, and I'll see as many as I have chosen before. You'll notice that people have the ability to vote for a session or indicate whether or not they're interested or will be attending a particular session. However, I can't add myself to the session. Only other people can specify that they're voting for the session. I went ahead and added some more speakers and sessions, so that way we can assign some more sessions to this track. So I'm going to add some enterprise spa scenarios, creating a spa project. Let's see here, troubleshooting spa. And we'll add that one as well. So now I've had those. Now if I had a list and I couldn't figure out what was in there, I didn't want to scroll through here and find what I'm looking for, I can also filter out the sessions to be able to find them and more easily adjust them as well. So now I have several sessions that are here. We also have several speakers with placeholders, and we can look at the landing page for any particular speaker. And at this point, I might be at a point in the planning process where I want to get my agenda started. So at this point, we can manage some time slots. And I'm going to go ahead and add a time slot, and I'll add a number of these. So the first one is just going to be the keynote. And for any sessions that are like a keynote that or session blocks of time where they're like a keynote where everybody's going to be in the same common area, you'll want to check the checkbox for span all tracks and then save your time slot. I'm going to go ahead and save a handful more time slots. Now that I've added a handful of time slots for sessions to be in, I'm going to go to the agenda, and we can see those time slots now filling out the agenda. In order for us to assign sessions to them, we simply go back to our tracks and to any particular track that we want to assign sessions to for the agenda, and we just simply sort them. So you don't have to go through this big complicated thing of trying to go and manually assign times and all this. All you need to do is just determine the order that you want things to go in, and you just drag and drop. So we just simply drag where we need things to go. Now the tracks here, the sessions in this track will be sorted here, and they'll be also assigned to our agenda. And then we can assign the other sessions to the agenda as well, and we can reformat this, and we can also begin to add our full span things such as your keynotes. I hope you enjoyed this introduction to the CodeCamp module. There's much more to come. Please feel free to give any feedback that you might have, and thank you for watching the video.